সব সময় সব খবর পেতে আজই সাবস্ক্রাইব করুন খবর এই মুহূর্তে পেতে আর ক্লিক করুন বেল আইকনে।
Can I please call upon first of all Ms. Sujata Chatterjee from founder of 12 Store. Can I please have you on stage please and we go for the introduction one by one. Ma'am, can you please take your seat. Next, can I please call in the lovely Pauline, founder vice curator of Beat. You can take any of the seat, you can take my seat, no worries, I can stand.
This is your seat.
No worries, no worries. Next we call upon the handsome Meghnad Rai Chaudhary, curator of Beat. So everyone, I don't need to give any introduction. The uber gorgeous lady, the chief guest of the evening, Ms. Swastika Mukherjee, can I please have you on stage? Round of applause, guys. And I would not give any introduction for these lovely people who have come together, come forward to celebrate the International Women's Day. We have other roundtable chairs also. So we'll start off with Sujata Chatterjee ma'am. Few words from you on the event, please. You have the mic there. I'll help you with that.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sujata. I'm the founder of 12 Store. So I'm the head of an all-girls organization. So I like to believe that every day is Women's Day. But sometimes we need an extra bit of celebration to appreciate the progress that we have made in terms of equality, in terms of sustainability. And sometimes it's needed that we have discussions about how much more there's left to do and what more we can all do together, how we can move beyond genders. And that was exactly the thought behind that Ungender social. And I'm so glad that it has turned out this way. The theme of this year's International Women's Day is Choose to Challenge. And that is something that we believe in as an organization as well. From 12 Store, we've chosen to challenge a very important and yet hardly spoken about problem of cloth wastage. And that too in the consumer side. So we request everyone to send their unwanted clothing, fabrics, all to us. A part of this is donated as clothes itself to those who need it. And the rest of it is upcycled as a fabric to create new products out of it. And this entire work of upcycling is done by the rural women, thus giving them also a source of livelihood. So while we continue this mission to benefit both society and environment by the work we do, I would also, sort of use this platform to reach out to all of you that please support initiatives like ours, please support missions which are aimed at empowering more people. Because it's only together when we move beyond our respective fields, beyond our respective beliefs, when we move beyond the issues of gender, that we can all rise up together. It's only when we all support each other that we can all twirl to a better world. Thank you.
I'll just bounce on what you were saying, Bilkis, on how enhancing and highlighting how multi-dimensional and multi-partner this event has been thought to be. This was the whole idea also behind WISE, which is one of the main curators of this event, of being able to get everyone together onto one platform. When I came to Kolkata around 3 years ago, the whole social and sustainable space was really, I felt, fragmented into a lot of relatively small organizations doing absolute great work in their own pocket and corner, but yet maybe these platforms to collaborate and to get to know each other and to collaborate for more impact was not really there. And so from this little frustration point, I really felt the need of creating such an aggregating platform where people who are like-minded and who really believe in creating social and environmental impact could meet a bit more easily. And that gave birth to WISE. Now the Ungender Social, it was wonderful to organize it and to be, with all of you today, because it really embodies what we've been trying to do with WISE, as in making everyone meet together in one same room and see what kind of collaborations can be born out of it. There is this belief that I have that, you never know what can come out of one encounter. You could meet your future wife or husband, or you could meet your future business partner, who knows else what else can come out of one encounter, one moment into one room. This is what exactly we're talking about, putting stories together so they get to know each other and the next events or project they get to do together. And this is the kind of ecosystem that we need to build in order to eventually build an ecosystem that is more socially responsible and environmentally respectful. Right?
But before that, thank you all so much for coming out today. Especially yesterday, I think a friend of mine who I haven't seen in the last 5 years, I used to play tennis with him 15 years ago. This guy writes to me, he didn't live in Kolkata. There he is, Kabir. So Kabir wrote a message to me yesterday night saying that, I saw something on your social media, you're doing this thing called Ungender Social, and it's the first time I'm hearing that something like this is happening in Calcutta. And you have attended such events in Bangalore and in Delhi and in Bombay, but it's so good to see that something like this is happening in Calcutta, and that gave me a lot of peace. That gave me like, okay, finally, we're doing things in Calcutta which are getting noticed, but little by little. It's okay. This is not happening in a 5-star hotel. This is not being attended by ministers or whatever. We don't need, right? That's the whole point. And we have friends. We have friends who support the scene. Shostika's been around. I mean, Pauline wrote one message to her, and she was there supporting it wholeheartedly. We need supporters like that. We need friends, and I can't even imagine how many partners have come on board. It's crazy. That took like 5 minutes to read out the names of the partners.
That
right?
went out of my time. I was allotted to.
Yeah, so it's so good to see that programs like this are happening. I know we are coming off of the biggest crisis that we have seen in our lives. I know that at times I have not gone back to reality again, but at some point, I'm so glad to see people have come out, and thank you for wearing your masks as much as possible. Thankfully, the number of cases have been going down a bit more, so it's better. But I'm so glad that we have that kind of solidarity for people talking, having discussions about important issues, celebrating one another, and it's not just gender, celebrating each other. I think that's so important. As a man, I think one of these days somebody came up to me, an old friend, and said, we're doing this documentary and we're only shooting men and asking them about what you think about women and their struggles. And I said, I can't relate because I am not a woman. I was not born a woman. I had it a lot easier as a man. The only thing I can do to support the cause is probably check myself every day, right? Other than that, there is really very little I can do. I know that I can be a better person, and every day if I wake up in the morning and I look at myself in the mirror and ask myself, what can I do to be a less shittier person and work on it? That's it. As men, all men in the room, and people who identify as men in the room, that's my only request to you. Please never stop unlearning and relearning about who you are, about your role in life. And women don't need our support. Women just need us to be less shitty. That's it. I think we don't need them. I mean, and I'm being very honest about this. It's a topic that I am deeply bothered by. I mean, we talk about, I don't know, first of all, why in women's empowerment events, men's voices are seeked in the first place. I don't see the point of it, because women's empowerment, women ko bolo. I mean, there's no point of asking men about women's empowerment. But the only thing that I think, as a man, as an educated and of course very, very privileged man, the only thing I can say is check yourself.
Thank you, because I feel very nervous if I have to pick up a mic and start talking. I'm good with chatting and having an interaction, yes. But thank you, Pauline and Meetut and Sujata, for having me over. It's an important day, and I know just on and around 8th of March every year, this debate happens on social media and elsewhere that we are celebrating ourselves around the year. Why do we need one special day for us? I think, we try to celebrate ourselves around the year, which seems more like a struggle and a battle which is never ending. And we keep talking about things and hammering on specific issues and points all around the year, which is quite basic, as in we shouldn't be needing to be vocal about it and fight about it, but we do it on a daily basis. And I think it's important to have a specific day allotted to us, because the focus and the concentration falls on the issues that needs to be talked about, and that dialogue has to start somewhere, and conversations should happen. So it's very important that yes, 8th March is Women's Day, and we are doing this, and we could have done it on 30th April, but I think it just makes it more specific, and it's required. And another very important thing I would like to mention, because I'm quite active on social media. Otherwise, I'm not only promoting my work, because I feel it makes no sense to just be there to promote the work, because the producers are doing it either way. It's important to have conversation with people, and it's a great place to understand where we are heading, whether we are progressing, or we are just moving back. And social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, it's important platform to be available right at this time.